All right, peace, power, and profit, everybody. Welcome to Urban Economic Empowerment Show. I just want to talk about some changes, some government contracting information. Hopefully, you all can hear me. Ain't this something? Hold on. All right, peace, power, and profit, everybody. I apologize. Had to take a call. All right, so let's see. What do we have here? So I want to talk about some updates in government contracting. Okay, because I haven't done that in a while. Okay, so everything is kind of updated and it's changed. And so you know what? Since they're starting to, God darn it, hold on again. Peace, power, and profit, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm just talking. I know I ain't had no sound. All right. Let me get back at it. Okay, wait a minute. Let me make sure. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't know I didn't have no sound. I didn't know I didn't have no sound. All right. Let's see what we got. We working with. Peace, power, and profit. I hope you can hear me now. Y'all probably already gone, but it's all good if you are. All right, so I just want to give some updates. What's good? What's going on? I'm going back to the for-profit side of the house. I think I've done enough nonprofit in the last year. So let me rock out with some for-profit information. I actually attended small business. I've noticed that a lot of the city and counties are jumping on small business opportunities, and I want to make sure that you all don't miss out. Business, 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 right? For profit. And of course, I'm a strong advocate for government contracting because of the type of revenue that is involved with it, the consistency of the cash flow, and the opportunity for you to level up and scale up your business. So I am all for government contracting or contracting period. And I feel to believe if you get into subcontracting and build up your past performance, it will help you with your for-profit opportunities. Okay. So with that being said, I definitely want to start. You know what? Let me start here. There's an executive order that came out, and I think I should be starting from the certification programs. Yes. All right, let's start here. It says special announcements. Senate Democrats voted to clean federal funding bill HR 5371, leading to a government shutdown that is preventing U.S. small business from serving Americans. 36 million small businesses every day. The Senate Democrats continue to oppose a clean funding bill. They are stopping an estimated 320,000 small businesses from accessing 170 million in SBA guarantee funding. As a result of the shutdown, we want to notify you that many of our services supporting small businesses are currently unavailable. The agency is executing its lapse plan, and as soon as the shutdown is over, we are prepared to immediately return to the record breaking services we are providing under the leadership of the administration. All right. So, with that being said, you still need to, so just take this time to prepare, right? So, if you're exploring, so there's I need to find the news. There's an executive order. Um, let's see. Let me go to, there's a something that came out down the pipeline for small businesses, the DBE in particular. And if decertified, if you were a business that was certified, you are now decertified. So I want to catch you up on where we are with that and how what you need to do to get back up and running in that program. So let me find the actual let me find the information because it's slightly changed. Let's see if I can share with you. Because there's some changes that happened, and I was hoping that it was on this site. So what I'm gonna have to do is probably go to one of the actual state sites to get the information that I'm looking for as it relates to the program. So let's back it up, because this is important if you are a small business. Here we go. All right. So the recent changes to the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise and AirPort Concessions Disadvantaged Business Enterprise programs. So this was effective October the 3rd, 2025. Says all the United States Department of Transportation issued an interim final rule that amends the federal regulation that governs the DBE and ACDBE programs. These amendments change the definition of socially and economically disadvantaged individuals to remove the race and sex-based presumptions. The new regulations will require small business concerns to demonstrate social and economic disadvantage business based on their own experiences and circumstances without reliance in whole or in part on race or sex. SCDOT is required to evaluate all currently certified DBE and ACDBE firms to recertify those that meet the new certification standards and to decertify any firm that does not meet the new certification standards. All firms will temporarily lose DBE and ACDBE certifications until the reevaluation process is complete. The decertification procedures at 49 CFR 26.87 do not apply to any decertification decisions under this process. Here's the official guidance. SCDOT is working as quickly as possible to complete the recertification process mandated by the changes in the federal regulation. Additional guidance regarding the re-evaluation process and any documents needed is forthcoming. So, let's see what they're talking about. All right, so this is from DC. Let's make this page larger so you can see. All right. It says October 3rd, 2025. This guidance provides information about important changes that the U.S. Department of Transportation is requiring recipients of financial assistance from the department to make with respect to the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise and the Airport Concessions Disadvantaged Business Enterprise programs. Background recipients of highway, transit, and airport funding distributed by DOT are subject to the requirements of the DBE program, under which they must set goals for participation by small businesses owned and controlled by socially and economic disadvantaged individuals. Recipients of the airport funding are also subject to the requirements of the ACDBE program, which requires them to set similar goals with respect to airport concessions commissaries. Unfortunately, not all individuals have been treated equally under the program. Instead, Congress has mandated the DOT treat certain individuals, women, and members of certain racial and ethnic groups as presumed to be disadvantaged. Other individuals do not benefit from the presumption. This means that two similar situated small business owners may face different standards for entering the program based solely on race, ethnicity, or sex. On September 23rd, 2024, the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Kentucky determined that the DBE program's use of race and sex-based presumptions likely does not comply with the Constitution's premise of equal protection under the law. Accordingly, the court issued a preliminary injunction that prohibits DOT from mandating the use of race and sex based presumptions with respect to contracts on which
Mo,
huh?
Mo, what the hell, bro?
What are you talking about?
Man, I had came on earlier and I was waiting for you like 30 minutes.
Probably because I have shared my screen and I can't see.
And I tagged you in the chat and you still didn't respond?
And I probably wasn't paying attention. I don't see you in no chat.
No, our messenger group.
Oh, I'm not paying attention to that.
Oh my God,
Oh,
boy.
he just all right.
All right, my bad. Go ahead.
You fired. In accordance with the directories of the President and the Attorney General, DOT and the Department of Justice have evaluated the DBE and ACDBE programs. DOT and DOJ, consistent with the ruling of the District Court, have determined that the DBE program race and sex based presumptions do not comply with the Faith Amendment. Where you going?
Where's Sanaya?
Oh, I don't know.
She left her flat iron on.
She turn on. With the Fifth Amendment due process clause, which prohibits the federal government from depriving individuals of the equal protection of the laws. On May 28, 2025, DOT, represented by DOJ, along with the plaintiffs in the litigation in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Kentucky, asked the court to enter a consent order resolving a constitutional challenge to the DBE program. The motion is currently pending. In the proposed consent order, DOT stimulated and agreed that the DBE program's use of race and sex based on presumptions of social and economic disadvantage violates the equal protection component of the due process clause of the 15th Amendment of the United States Constitution. The parties asked the court to declare that the use of DBE contract goes in a jurisdiction where any DBE in a jurisdiction was determined to be eligible based on race or sex based presumptions violates the equal protection component of the due process clause of the 15th Amendment, and to hold a declare that DOT may not approve any federal, state, or local DOT funded projects with DBE contract goals where any DBE in the jurisdiction was determined to be eligible based on race or sex based presumptions. On June 25th, 2025, the Solicitor General wrote to the Speaker of the House consistent with 28 USC 530D to advise the Speaker that DOJ had concluded that the DBE program's presumptions violate the Constitution. The DOJ would no longer defend the presumptions in court, and the DOJ had taken that position in ongoing litigation. DOT agrees with and adopts the Solicitor's General analysis, interim, final rule, and guidance. In light of DOT's determination that the DBA program's race and sex based presumptions are unconstitutional, the DOT issued an interim final rule removing the presumptions from the DBE program's regulation because the ACDBE presumptions are functionally identical and suffer the same constitutional infirmity. The rule also removes the presumptions from the ACDBE regulation. According to DOT issues, the following guidance to recipients of DOT highway, transit, and airport funding. Unified certification programs may not use race or sex based presumptions in determining DBE and ACDBE eligibility. The interim final rule removes race and sex based presumptions from the definition of socially and economic disadvantaged individuals and instead provides the owner of the DBE or ACDBE applicant must demonstrate on a case by case basis that the individual meets the criteria described in 49 CFR 26.67. Section 26.667 provides in turn that, hold on, an owner must one, demonstrate that the owner is socially and economically disadvantaged based on his or her own experiences and circumstances that occur within American society and without regard to race or sex. Two, submit the certifier a personal narrative establishing the existence of disadvantage by a proponency of the evidence based on individualized proof regarding specific instances of economic hardship, systematic barriers, and denied opportunities that impeded the owner's progress or success in education, employment, or business, including obtaining financing on terms available to similarly situate disadvantaged persons. Three, state how and
Mo,
to
I'll be right back.
uh-huh, state how and to what extent the impediment causes the owner economic harm, including a full description of type and magnitude, and establish the owner is economically disadvantaged, in fact, relative to similarly situated non disadvantaged individuals. Four, state how and what and to what extent the impediments cause the owner economic harm, including full description of type and magnitude. And lastly, five, attach to the personal narrative a current personal network statement and any other financial information the owner considers relevant. Each unified certification program established pursuant to 49 CFR 26.81 must immediately begin to apply these new certification standards. UCPS must reevaluate the eligibility of existing DBEs and ACDBEs. The interim final rule requires each UCP to reevaluate all current DBEs and ACDBEs to recertify any DBE or ACDBE that meets the new certification standards and to decertify any DBE or ACDBE that does not meet the new certification standards. The certification procedures of 49 CFR 26.87 do not apply to any decertification decisions under the process. The reevaluation process mandated by the interim final rule will ensure a level playing field between existing participants and new applicants while also eliminating the effects of the unconstitutional presumptions. The interim final rule sets out rules governing the transit to new requirements. The interim final rule provides that until a UCP completes the reevaluation process outlined above, each recipient covered under UCP may not one, include DBE contract goals or concession specific ACDBD goals, or two, count any participation towards all DBE or ACDBE goals. These requirements will ensure that existing DBEs and ACDBEs do not continue to receive any benefits as a result of their certification under the old standards. The interim final rule provides that until a UCP completes the reevaluation process, no recipient covered by that UCP shall subject to compliance. Okay, so basically, this is saying if you are DBE certified, if you're DBE certified, you as of October, you're no longer DBE certified, and these are the rules you have to follow. You have to come up with a narrative that pretty much explains why you suffer economic hardship, systematic barriers, and denied opportunities. And these are the ways um, you're going to be able to become certified again. Okay. And so that's current changes in the DBE program. As you can see, a lot of the agencies are shut down right now. And so, yeah, there's nothing going on as it relates to the agencies. All right. And that's what I wanted to make sure you guys understood, that the program was man all the way down as of October the 3rd, 2023. All right. All right. So, peace out. I just got a mission. What's up, Chris?
Wagwan.
Yeah. So I was just sharing the governmental program DBE certification, in particularly, and the airport concessions disadvantaged business enterprise, that now in order to participate in those programs, you have to actually write a narrative that supports or demonstrates your socially and economic disadvantage in order to have that certification. So they decertified everybody.
Hey, what?
Yep. They decertified everyone.
Who?
Government. Federal
Oh,
government.
damn.
Just
That's
for the
tough.
just for the DBE though. And but what I think is happening behind the scenes is that they are probably going to remove all the programmatic programs while in this shutdown. And so a lot of these programs are probably not going to exist. So the good thing about what I've done is I'm not just on the I wasn't just on the DE, I was also on small business. So the small business certification, it doesn't have anything to do with that particular status. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of the sex and what did I say earlier? Yeah, based on your race or your sex. It's just you being a small business.
Yeah.
And you having less than $9.5 million in your bank account in the average of 3 years. And your net worth not receiving 2.47, 2.047 million. And so you get to be an SB. So I have the SB certification, right? And then also the minority small business certification. Now this one, let me see if they made some changes because it has this minority in it. So let me see if that one has changed. I don't know
Yeah.
if that changed, but I know the DBE, you're gonna have to give them a narrative.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So what you
Hey.
got what you got going on? I'm sure you already filed your taxes.
You said what?
I said I'm sure you already filed your taxes.
Yeah, I've been filing my taxes, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
that's
whole
what I do.
bunch of people who've done extensions. It is. Let's see. They say since the government shut down, they're gonna give them another extension. Ain't nobody working. Taxpayer who request an extension until February 15th to complete and submit their returns without penalties. Let's see.
They out of there.
Oh no, they don't say it. They don't look like they're giving them no extra time.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna hurt. Dang, Facebook do be paying me every month.
Oh, you getting some bucks?
Man, shit, about $5, $6.
I take it. Gas money.
Yeah, I've been yeah, so I'm trying to run the numbers up on my Facebook and Instagram so I can get some more revenue on that.
You go to new tax bracket.
Huh?
New
Yeah.
tax bracket.
Yeah, I seen that earlier.
They dropped that dollar amount. Let's
Yep.
see.
I ain't got around to sharing all that stuff, but I'm gonna be posting it on my page soon. Yeah. And a lot of people been paying reacting to the post I made about like trying to budget a 80K salary.
Mm-hmm.
That brought a lot of people on there. Like a lot of people started following me from that post.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't comment, really respond like that. I let them have their opinions. You know, they be like, where at? Where can you have this salary and pay and these type of bills? No, it's way higher than that. You're
Well,
crazy.
shit in the south,
And that's what I'm saying. I'm
in the
just like,
rural, in the rural area, yes, you can.
I'm like, boy, I'm like, y'all ain't got no idea. I don't know where y'all at, but that sucks for you. I'm just like, everybody ain't in the situation that you in. So
That's true. I'm trying to put these tax brackets side by side. Let's see who got it side by side.
ever since I was legit, I was legit. Oh
Okay.
boy, them damn bills.
Yeah, that extra $300 gonna hurt for some people.
Yeah,
Tax 10%.
yeah,
That
I get it.
extra,
Yeah, I understand.
cause some people Social Security is
Sure, no. Ever
uh,
since I was legit, I was legit.
yeah, that extra. I guess it went up an extra thousand. What's that?
Hold on, hey Mo.
Huh?
Can you zoom out? I want to take a screenshot.
Okay. All
Let me
right.
let's see if I can get that all covered.
I
Like,
want to get it. Oh, wait a minute. I want to get it side by side. Hold on.
Oh, okay, yeah. That'd be
Let me
good.
see if I can put it side by side on the PowerPoint.
Okay. Oh man. Let me see.
I'm trying to watch Twitter. Let's see. Let me get back into the small business space because this is some opportunities. We just had a business session today.
Oh really?
Uh-huh. There's some opportunity out there, still some funding opportunity out there. But yep, everything's still the same. Ain't nothing changed on the requirements.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
But you still have to have, you still gotta be disciplined. But what's up? Oh man, you ain't found mine out of the truck.
Oh, yours. In the truck, you said?
It's in the trunk.
hey man, that's a Emma blurry, man.
I'm about to give it to you. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me work my magic.
Damn, them Air Maxes is cold, boy. I'm gonna need them. Ever since I was legit, I was legit. He went up with a G. She running multiple audio.
All right. What about now?
Hold on, let me see. Let me see what she got. Yeah, that's a whole lot better. Even though whoever made this, then yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, I'm finna snapshot it right now. Right
I
now.
don't understand why the tax bracket can't stay the way it is. I don't understand why we always got to change it. Hey, that zero. Let me tell you. Ever since that 10%, that 0 to 10,000 would change, man. That first 10,000,
Yeah,
taxing that first 10,000 was the biggest change, bro.
I believe it. Hold,
Take your.
hold, hold on, Mo. I'm coming right back.
You want to work this one?
Let me use this one.
All right, good night.
Mm. Yeah, so that's the new tax bracket. I'm just waiting for Chris. See if you want to talk about something. So if not, I gotta get these last minute taxes in for somebody. Let's see. All right. The U.S. currently has several federal income tax brackets with rates of 10%, 12%, 22%, 24%, 32%, 35%, and 37%. If you are one of the lucky few to earn enough to fall into the 37% bracket, that doesn't mean that the entirety of your taxable income will be subject to a 37% tax. Instead, 37% of your top marginal tax rate. With a marginal tax rate, you pay the rate only on the amount of your income that falls into a certain range. To understand how marginal rates work, consider tax the bottom tax rate of 10%. A singular filer in 2024, all income between 0 to 11,600 is subject to 10% tax rate. If you have 15,000 in taxable income in 2024, the first 11,600 is subject to 10% rate, and the remaining 3,400 is subject to the tax rate in the next tax bracket of 12%. Review the chart below and see how your top marginal tax rate is for the taxable year. And so boom. And that's how you break your pay down. And I know some of y'all are just used to saying, oh, I want to claim this many people and I want to claim that many people. You claim whatever you want. Their taxable income, they're going to come see about you. Okay? Now, the way most people kind of get some of their money back is because they kind of get that earned income credit, which lowers their taxable income. So that's kind of how that works. All right. All right. All right. I'm left all alone. I have to do some, let's see. I want to play, and then that is that. I don't know what Chris is, but let's see. I wanted to share some more stuff, but someone just asked me to do some taxes for them, which means I will have a break in this show because I need to go do some taxes. Ugh. Lucky me. Okay. All right. If you haven't filed, you need to file. All right. You need to file. All right, Chris. I have to talk to you tomorrow. We have to get back on it tomorrow. Peace, power, and profit.